In a world where the squirrel has forgotten just what placing blocks is like, we find one squirrel trying to remember what the heck was going on. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's, yes, it's Wednesday. Can anyone remember what's going on? Goodness. It feels like it's been, about 1.5 million years since yesterday. I am not losing it. I am not losing it. I am not losing it. I'm not sure I had it in the first place. Certainly, we don't know where the where it's stored, even if we haven't lost it. That's for sure. Welcome into Sydney and happy Cake Day. Congratulations on another rotation around the sun. Frauke, welcome in. Blast Jordan, welcome in. I hope that you are at least managing to survive the new role. 2.5 to 5 hours, 2 to 5 hours straight of meetings on you, but yuck. No. Friday and Monday off sounds far better though. I have a rule. I never work on my birthday. I always take the day off because you ain't ever gonna have anyone thank you for being there. Welcome into the bots, and then the scurrying commences. Blast Jordan got the first one, and we have a hydrate. Hail hydrate. That's definitely the squeaky bottle of doom. And Jerry May redeeming the stretch to go with that. So there's the popcorn. Let's see. Oh, yep. Ow. Oh, ow. Yeah, there's still them crunchy bones. Dim bones, dim bones, dim crunchy bones. Popcorn for everyone. That's it. Shadow Sky, thank you for redeeming the scurry. Volder, welcome in, and thank you for joining the scurry. Joey May joining the scurry as well. Midna, welcome in. Thank you for joining that. Cal, Chaos Tween, welcome in. True Purple, welcome in. Sydney joining the scurry as well. Thank you. Need more coffee? Yeah, I could do with some of that myself. I keep trying to fall apart or asleep. One of the three. Blast on a 550 stream streak. Not quite 55. You're not quite a timer. Wrap you in a blanket, Mary. I'm too tired to run. And Mary obliged. 9 catches, 18 escapes, though. You're doing quite well on that. Jerry May on a 45 stream streak, attempting to escape, but oh no, dang it, no escape today. But you're doing well. You're still only 10 catches to 11 escapes. You're still ahead of Mary. Feg, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. Work lurk. Well, hopefully not too evil. Don't overwork yourself. Shadow on a 355 stream streak. Achoo! Yep, well, apparently Mary has decided to wrap you in a blanket for that sneeze. Nine catches, 11 escapes. Still ahead of Mary. And Feg plays an Uno reverse card. You, oh, no, you. Elk, welcome in. Good to see you, Elk. New job. Spent 2 hours looking for a sample that was not properly labelled and checked in. Oh, no. Yikes. There was a Pokemon. I have missed it. Whoopsie. I'm... Lunding has popcorn as a... as an emote. That's an interesting one, Shadow. Let's see. Return with coffee. Yay. Russ got some bubble wrapped up tape and gives him coffee. Coffee wouldn't work for me. I don't drink it. Let's see. Log those overtimes. Who knows? You might get paid for it. Yeah. Right. Okay. I am aware that we do have an outstanding Gordon, but that's for Bad Moon. Unless Bad Moon appears now, I'm going to try and actually do some building. Oh, no, not some building. Actually, first I need to... unfortunately, rather than building first, I need to take something apart first, because I've decided I don't like bits of it. The devil, you say? Oh, well... Let's see, where's the tough? There it is. I say I'm going to build, but in fact, as I say, the first thing I'm going to do is rip out some stuff. Didn't I have a Gordon redemption? Yes, that's what I meant by the Gordon for Bad Moon. However, I'm not going to do it without Bad Moon here. Mostly because we don't have a name for that Gordon yet. I could redeem the Gordon, but I wouldn't even know what to call him. Uppies! Uppies! Dang it. I need that block back. Lisa, can I have my blocks back? Right. So I was looking at this from the side and thinking, I don't like it. So, let's do this instead. Oh, that looks a lot better. So if I do that, that actually looks a lot more like a tree. Yeah, I think that's a lot more sensible as a design. Yes, I know, I started stream by removing blocks. Usually samples will go from the storage facility to the grinding room, then back to the weighing room, then to the sample prep room. Usually have a team of people doing it. They work at night, and if they decide it's night shift to be lazy, morning shift... Yeah. That, I can see how that would happen, Blast. I can see how that would happen. It's that corner. What do we do with this corner? What do we do with the random corner? What do we do with the random corner? What do we do with the random corner? We need to build something in it. Look, it wasn't that bad. You don't have to rain at me. Ironically, the sample that went missing was coffee. Wow. Part of me says, I hope you got to drink it after you found it. Top it with a stair or a half slab. Top it with a stair or a half slab. Top it with a stair or a half slab. Yeah, lie in the morning. Yeah, a half slab or a stair might have been better. Well, it's good that I'm working over the water, because every time I jump and miss, I can at least go, whoops, I missed. Whoopsie doodles. I'm tempted to take out down to... No, down to here. And in fact, actually, I'm going to take down to here. Well, that makes life difficult. And do the hat. And we do not have a splash command. Did not get to drink it, had to go back to storage after usage, plus the company yogurt specifically analyzes around about 20 different tea or coffee samples per day, so it's no surprise we get a lot of those deliveries. Yeah. Cool. Next time a bag of instant coffee gets in as a sample, I'll ask if you can get a sip. Just... You see, a stair in that corner might seem out of place. That's not what I expected. Let's try it. Preferably after testing, who knows what's in those. Exactly. It's instant coffee. Okay, that looks like it might actually be alright. Pure caffeine, bunch of sugar, and some milk powder. Ooh, I wonder. What if, he says, I could find the materials I was looking for. What if we made this a bit more interesting? And possibly a little bit more sort of steampunky by rounding off the corners. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That does it. That's the fun. That's what it needed. I blame this chat for the coffee you just acquired, but you're also on like 3 hours of sleep, so it's probably for the best. Yikes! Blast, you haven't been innocent ever. Five hours out coffee, so we shake hands. Something tells me that if you went 5 hours without coffee, your hands would be shaking. I think that is the shape I was looking for. I kind of like that, you know. Funny, the last few nights sleeping well, but migraine, barely slept last night, no migraine. Oof. I would love to make it make sense for you, Sydney. Unfortunately, I have enough trouble making things make sense for me, and I'm running on about 4 hours sleep. And thus, I'm not sure that even I know what sense is. Teach! Welcome in. Okay. I think our next problem is that gap and that corner. So we've got a whopping great big gap here. And another whopping great big gap there. Today on, Scotsman fills in his gaps. Someone brought out the airplane jokes. Really? Oh, I missed a joke from Elk. I'm currently doing a documentary on how to fly a plane. You're currently filming the pilot. Oh! Oh! Ow! Someone brought out the airplane jokes. Try to sue the airport for losing your luggage. You lost your case. Oh! Oh. Just have a cold. Oh, Shadow. I hope you feel better soon. How you doing, Teach? I should have picked up some more stone blocks. let's get rid of this copper. I don't want it in my inventory. I'm not using it. Stone bricks. Some cracked stone bricks, because clearly I'm cracking up. Boing, 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 boingy, 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 boingy. Boo, someone just... How can they keep adding more calls? That's just not fair. I believe the word you're looking for, Sydney, is no. 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 Nuh-uh. I'm not doing those meetings. This new call is just to explain to an engineer that he's in the wrong system. That is the definition of this. This meeting could have been an email. Where am I? Oh, here. Ah! Fnebbles. Been explained to him over chat more than once in a week. Ah. You appear to be working with, and I do believe that there is a technical term for this, a dumbass. Now, that is a technical term, and it might not be understood by said developer. Somehow I've lost a piece of scaffolding. Well, that's not helpful. I had 36 a second ago, and now I've only got 35. Ah, there it is. Somehow it's ended up on the wrong side of the wall. To be fair, he also has a dumb title. Oh, poor person. Yeah, Spicy peppers make the best archers. They always have an arrow. Oh. Look. If we're going to do jokes about peppers, they're going to be painful, aren't they? Because they're peppers. That's a swerve. Welcome in, Kay. And swerving away. Oh, no. Welcome in, Kay. Looks like apparently Mary has decided today is going to be a fast-moving Mary day. They are catching everybody so far. Oh, I needed some filler blocks. Apparently Mary has had the caffeine that was being tested by Blast earlier. By the looks of it. Lucky streak is really over. I don't think it was your lucky streak, although 16 versus 5. You've definitely had a good streak there. What do we do with this area? I mean, I could just put in... Let's go with, for the moment, let's go with tough. At which point, I think that block and its partner on the outside, which has now dropped into the briny. In the beautiful briny sea. Wondering just what it caused us guts to sing in the lovely days of spring. It's mean to wonder what we're doing today. Oh, and there was a Rapidash, but I forgot to notice it. It obviously Rapidashed away. Raven, thank you for joining the scurry. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Miss Ferret as well. Welcome in. Oh, get back here. How are we doing with large amounts of this? We nearly got a full barrel of this yet. Boing. Right. I keep looking in the bottom right hand corner for Zero's minimap. Oh, ooh, yes. That is very nearly a full barrel. You know, it might be easier if I actually just dedicate. We're sorry to tell you that all brain cells are currently broken. If you would like to make another attempt at finding a brain cell, please leave a message after the beep. Ah! That was not a beep. Please try again. Hey, Glam. Welcome in. Ooh, so close to a full barrel. That's one of the 8, I think. Something like that. I did some maths the other day and worked out how many I needed, and it was painful number, so I've forgotten it already. Okay, that works. I think, therefore I am. Right, let's sort out this corner. Is it a corner or an edge? You know, I don't know the difference. Is this a corner or is this an edge? Or is it a very edgy corner? It's an edgy question. As long as it's not a budgerigast, we're alright. Because then it would be a budgery question. There's a squirrel in the stonework. Dis chat. There's a squirrel in the stonework. He's trying to figure out how to place it. Right. Nope. Well, while we're down here... Fnerbling. Let's do that. There we are. Now I can place the blocks that I was missing. Yay. Now, what I think it needs... You think you'd like to just clock out of work and work on... Oh, my. Sydney working on dungeons in their free time. Oh my. Sorry, that was a bit unfair. A new idea for one a few days ago. Ooh. You know, I'm not sure I like this. Let's take these back. I think, therefore I am drunk. Squirrel. Marco, Polo. There they are. I was about to say, where's the deep slate tiles? There's a block floating in the corner. There? Oh, you know what? That might actually be right. Yes. Because that's now got a consistent line all the way down. But I bet you couldn't say that twice, Scots. Why the humbada? Apparently you could. Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Yeah. Let's... Lurk and love. Thank you for the lurk, dragon. Oh, and no volume. Well, thank you for the lurky, no volume. Okay, that feels like it needs to be replaced with that. Dirt, even. And that feels like it goes to there. Do I have some dirt? Boop, boop, boop. Do I have dirt, he says, with the piles of materials that are left over from all of the landscaping around here. You know what? Let's just make this look like a solid section of land. There. One more there. That's better. That's better. That's a wall. Am I getting out of the wall, Scots? Usually you're told to get out of the gutter, not out of the... Look, get out of the river. Hey, Dab, welcome in. You know, one thing I really wish we had. I really, really wish that we had deep slate fences in the same way that there are nether brick fences. I think deep slate fences in the stone, in the same way that we've got the nether brick ones, would be really rather useful. Because I think it would make that stand out a bit better. Because at the moment, it's getting lost. How did that end up all the way over there? Wall physics. Wall physics is dangerous. kind of want something there, but I don't want something there, and I don't know what I'm doing. Meow. Meow, meow. Did we do the backside of this thing? Yes, we did. That's good. Okay, so we've actually got nearly a full pillar. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at this, and you're not getting to see it except in the small view. That's feeling like it's a nice shape now. And I think those last changes have sorted out the colour. Look after yourself, Blast. Thank you for coming in. Oh, we've missed some sections. Right, that's what we need to fix. I need deep slate tile walls. No, just deep slate tiles. Not the walls. Not the walls. Not the walls. Not the mother. Lotus, welcome in. And also no audio as well. Well, how am I supposed to say hi to these people who've got no audio? Other than maybe asking everybody in chat to pass on the hi. Hi. That just sounds disturbing. Don't do that ever again, Scott. Thank you for passing the hi on, Kel. Hi in the river, hi in the river. What you been drinking? It's making you weird. Hi in the river. Okay, that's where I need the walls. Have you heard the joke about yoga? Never mind, it's a bit of a stretch. Uh-oh. Oh, Blast. Go to sleep. If you think that joke's funny, you need more sleep. That's going to need something more than... I'll say, why can't I place that block? Don't know. Yeah, that's better. Okay. That's got that. And filling in that corner, and that change to take out the copper that was overbearing and overpowerful has solved all of that. Have we got all of the purple all the way up the back of this? Yes, we have. That's good. Oh, look! It's a Pokemon! It's a Shygon. Shelgon, even. Shygon? Shelgon. Fnerbles. And it's a weekly on stats, so you might want to try and catch it. That feels right. I think... So I got the curve on the copper at the bottom now. And that was one of the things that was annoying at the end of last week. Or rather, the week before last, because it wasn't last week that we fixed this. Oh, God, I've got no sense of time. Right. So, what as... Find a bowl. And selection. There. I'd like to... Thank you. I'm stuck on the sandbar. Oh wow. I've apparently forgotten how to play Minecraft today. That's a new problem for me. Oh, fnerbling. Hi, Cardoodles. Welcome in. Did that get all of it? Lurkers, you have works to do. Good luck with the work. Thank you for the work, Lurk. Ooh, what do you know? That actually did copy all of it. Hey, what do you know? One of these days I might actually work out what I'm doing. Schematic. Dear God. Wow. Lightmatica's having trouble keeping up with that one. I don't know why. It's not like there's anything specifically huge about it. Is that off by 1 hour, or is that right? No, that's right. And I'm trying to use the camera count to look at a schematic, which of course doesn't work because the camera count can't see it. And I'm trying to go into free cam, which doesn't work because I don't have it. Oh, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. Have a good meeting, Raven. I will probably be here having a nervous breakdown by the time you get back. That looks alright. Way too far away from it. I'm doing well today, aren't I? No. Honestly, I'm not sure I am, Kel. It's that lack of sleep. It's getting to me. Please ignore the whining Scotsman. He's just having an existential crisis. He'll return to normal levels of fnerbling. Yes. Maybe. Regret to inform you that the squirrel that you are attempting to have to watch the nervous breakdown of is currently unavailable due to having a nervous breakdown. Please hang up and try again. Yeah, that's one of our very, very rare and unusual quotes, Sydney. And you know what? I'm not fixing it. I can't. The quote 2 is having an existential crisis. Exactly. This too shall pass. No. Oh, I've just made a tactical blunder. I have made a tactical blunder. I have made a tactical blunder. Oh no! I was about to say, there's no way out from in here. Right. How many deep slate tiles do I need? I need 166. I need, what, three stacks? And 27 deep slate tile stairs. True love. True love. Goddess. No. No. 3 stacks of deep slate tile. Marriage and ravages are what brings us here today. For the true love. Your rent-a-cat is actually out of hiding. What? Watching your friend's cat at your place while they move. Ah! Okay. I was like, I need context. I need a bit more context because I have no clue. It's just been under your couch for hours. I mean, obviously it was comfortable under there. What am I looking at? Another rack. Ignore that. Here, in the last bastion of fnerblery, we find a squirrel. Fnerbling. Anyone who's shocked by that is probably right in the wrong place. Those are tile slabs. I don't have any slabs. Sounds like the cat was unsettled, found a nice dark spot to hide. Yep. That definitely sounds like it. How many half slabs do I need? Of deep slate tile. 8. 8 whole half slabs. Well, at least it's a nice, easy number to find. Unrelated, got another addition to go along with marriage and ravages. Courtesy of your friend Solar, it's Creepers. Today we have the Creepers. The Creepers will be creeping, and we are fnerbling from the Creepers. Still pretty freak. Nosy as bear, at least. Since you're your usual. Yay. Yay for usual cat sitter. Oops. Queepers. Hey, Melly. Queepers who queep. I am the very model of a queeper that is queeping, and I am wondering just who the heck I'm sleeping. I wonder why I don't get to come out and play every day, because they're sleeping through the night and I don't get to come and play. Great. Now I've gone in the wrong direction with that one. Hey, Melly. I try to sneak up on the people and the other world and no. And then I try to blow up and make their life fun. Oops. In ways I know how. And while they sleep all night, I don't get to come out and play again. Because I am not allowed to have and cause the mayhem. Wrong way around. Medic on aisle 2 for Kel. Medic on aisle 2 for Kel. I should probably have made sure I had enough stone for this. Don't! I like the way that I say I should have probably and then immediately discover I don't have enough of what I needed. Your work here is done. I'm pretty sure chat basically exists to try and cause me to start singing random songs on a regular basis. Yes. Well, at least it's accurate. Let's see. How many stone thingamies did I need to go with the Hoojama-Watsits? Stone brick. No, hold on. 6 stacks. Singing is part of the chaos. Yes. Yes, it is. How dare you wiggle your nose at me with that tone of voice? I'll have you know I do not accept having your nose wiggle at me like that. Do the derp. And we have a whoop buffet in chat for those who might be interested in a Randall. In a Randall. Is that similar to a Randy Pokemon? Nope, wrong train of thought. Moving on. That one's not allowed. Oh my. And it's a weekly for stats, so you're going to want to try and catch the Woobler. I had a faulty Wooble once. It wouldn't, or was it a faulty Weeble? It was a faulty Weeble. It wouldn't have stayed upright. Now, this is where having a pocket bed would have been useful, because I'm going to need to sleep. And I'm part way up a pillar right now. So being able to sleep on top of the pillar would be very useful. rather than having to actually, get off the pillar, come back down to ground level, and then sleep. Oh well. Ow. Boingy, 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 splat. Boingy, 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 splat. Actually, that was less a splat and more a splash at the end there. Splosh. Can I land on the... Yes. Not very gracefully, but I can land on it. I'm not paid for graceful, I'm paid for construction right now. Well, I'm not even paid, really. I love the way that it's easier for me to back up across this than it is, and better for me to back up across this than it is for me to go forwards, because the stairs at each end of this are better off placed facing backwards. See? Just like that. Not like that, just like that. Oh God, he's got Tommy Cooper syndrome. We're all doomed. It's not like that, it's just like that. Could be worse. Could have been Billy Connolly syndrome. He might have had the big one. We're going up, 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 building it higher, trying to build this pillar up into the sky. Going up, 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 and building higher. Not quite sure that one was supposed to go operatic, but hey. K-Opera Demon Hunters doesn't have the same ring to it. Although, if it's K-Opera... would that be like the opera from Is it Final Fantasy VII that basically midway through the game had a 13-minute opera? I think it was. I think it was. Choo choo. No. Final Fantasy VI. Ah. Off by one error again. Only the Final Fantasy series could suddenly, midway through the 6th game in the series, decide, you know what this series needs? This series needs a 13-minute long opera. And everybody's like, you what? But, what? I should probably fix that hole in the wall over there in a minute. At some point. The worst thing is, it actually works. It's like, wait, this opera in the middle of a computer game, it works? Not even using voices, but hardware tones. Yeah. Although, having heard it in... Oh, fnibbles. Having heard it sung at the Royal Opera Hall. Royal Opera Hall? Royal Albert Hall by the British Philharmonic Society and the Royal Opera group. And it's just one of those, wait, that's really quite cool. Whoa, nearly. Oh, nearly. Kiwi! Welcome in and happy Wednesday. I nearly said Thursday, but that's because I'm kind of wishing this week away. Wish the week away, a week away, a week away, a week away. Wish the week away, and then we get to play with all the wardens, yeah. Except it's with us. Wish the week away, and then we get to play with all the withers, yeah. Ah, woo, or should that be ah? Why is it that I always run out of the one material that I didn't think to actually make sure I had? Oh wait, that's pretty blatantly obvious. If I didn't make sure I had it, how could I not? How could I make sure that I wasn't going to run out of it? Duh. Here we find a Scotsman making obviously stupid remarks. Also known as any day wending in Y. It's a wending in Y. The day wends. So does my train of thought. It wends. It wends and wanders and groans and wonders and one. Starting to wonder if I should have done the outside edge of this at the same time as doing the middle. Because at this rate, I'm going to have to come up here with a happy gust in a minute. That was to be expected. Do, 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 do. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're trying to figure out just what the fnubbles this build is gonna look like. It's getting higher and higher. And I've just realized I'm using up all of my amethyst, which is going to make it very difficult to do the amethyst core. And Kiwi on a 65 stream streak. Thank you, Kiwi. And I ran so far away. And Mary, she couldn't keep up anyway. 4 escapes, 4 catches. Nicely done, Kiwi. We have an escapee. It's an escapee from blanket jail. Oh no. I'll get you and your little blanket jail too. Wait, what? No, that's backwards in every way, shape, or form. Huh? Oh, hey, we've reached the top and just can't stop, and that's what's bothering me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna know what I should do. I wanna wonder why I am singing up the high. And that makes so much difference, being able to actually get a feel for what this is going to look like. Oh, wow. Oh, that makes so much difference. Right. Let us commit random acts of spleefage. Shape is really starting to show now. It is. This is one of those project sections where until you actually start getting the repetition into place, it doesn't work as well. Fnerbled musical sessions with Scotsman. So there's a group of musicians that do something called the Ale House Sessions. I can't remember for the life of me how to pronounce their name, because it is not English. But if we've got the Ale House Sessions, this is the fnerbling Sessions. I'd like to sleep now. I'd like to sleep. I would like to sleep now. Please, 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 please. 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 Yay! Right. Let's bring... Somewhere around here is the single layer of... Really? You know, I think I might have fnerbled that. Render layers. Set here. There we are. Right, let's figure out what we're missing, get it into my inventory, and then see if we can build it. Ritsu, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Wait, what? No, that's not the right thing. No. Right. Why do I need 171 water buckets? Oh, Lord, I need 5 stacks of polished diorite. Polished deep slate. Yuck. Heil hydrate. And to go with the hydrate, a stretch. Ow. Thank you, Ritsu. Just a little bit of popcorn there. All the popcorn. Right. How many stacks of polished deep slate did I say I needed? Was it 7 or 64 or... What? 5. None of the above. 5 stacks of polished deep slate. 2 stacks of tough bricks. Be off by 1 no matter how... I don't want it to be off by 1. Also, it may end up being off by many. That's deep slate. I might not have enough deep slate. That's basalt. That's cobbled deep slate. That's cobbled deep slate. That's polished deep slate. That's cobbled deep slate. And the whining recommences. Right. And we have a Victreeble. Does it replicate like treebles? And it is a weekly for stats. Thank you to the Frauke Information Service. These things are getting more of the weeklies today. Right. How far off am I on polished deep slate? Missing. You know, it needs a third row on this. I've got missing. I've got available. I've got I need the gap between missing and available. Like, you know, I need a to source count, please. How? 50. Basically another stack. It's like, I have sourced most of this. How much am I missing? Would you mind being useful and telling me the still missing count? Alright. So I need another stack of tough bricks, a stack of polished deep slate stairs. A stack of tough brick. Ew, how much? And copper. Lots and lots of copper. 40, 55. So I need a stack of copper grates. Well, ain't that great. Well, there's the chiseled. So that's probably enough. I think a stack of copper grates would be... Yep. That'll do. And I don't have any of the stairs. Let's make... I don't know. That many. I don't know how many that is, but it'll do. 48. 48? 48 feels like it might be enough. Is there anything else I'm missing that would make this particularly ridiculous that's high up? No. The rest of it is stuff that's probably down at ground level. It's the stuff that's high up that I don't want to have to come back for again. And I immediately find something that I'm missing. Yay! Of course I did. Half slabs. Polished 18. Actually, no, I should get those fresh. Or I can just take them out of the barrel where I've got more than enough of them. Yay! Here, a Scotsman, a fnerbling Scotsman, trying to build all of the things. Wondering why he's fnerbling and why the heck he has to sing. Nope. No. 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 Footy, welcome in. Get that another day. How are you doing, Footy? Those are all wrong, but I'll get those right in a minute. Right, this is where I'm going to end up breaking from the pattern just a little bit. Footy, thank you for those 12 bits. You're out for gammon. Full of gammon. Had that for lunch out at the pub. Nice. Pub lunches can be very nice. Yes. Is that a stair? Yes, it is. Pub lunches can be a fantastic way of having a good day. No. No, no, no. Fnerbled that royally. Right, let's try that again without the mistakes. You know what? Let's do the copper, and then we'll come back and do the stuff out the sides. Have I looked for the new biome yet? No, I haven't updated. I had a look at what the state of play was this evening, and I am currently 4 mods short of an update, which sounds a bit silly, but sounds like the lead up for a joke. He's 4 mods short of an update. Mostly it's things like silk, and one of the ones that I'm missing is blue map marker manager, but to be honest I can survive without that one. I regularly do. I should probably be sleeping. But if we can get to the top, there's a convenient bed in the airship. Nearly there. At some point, we'll reach the top of this. And as the tower continues ever higher, the Scotsman starts to wonder, just what size is this tower? Why am I building something like this? Right. I can't get to the bed from here. Well, that's annoying. Fine. No, 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 no. Oh. It fell off. No, it didn't. It's still there. There's a fnerbling creeper behind me. I saw the creeper on the walkway as I landed on the bed and was like, oh, this is a bad idea. It's not a scope creeper if it doesn't cause me to have to think. Come on. Alright. I am going to do the sensible and fly away. Hey, Krish! How you doing? Now, one of these days, he says, we may have to do something about this thing. And I don't mean drop 3 stacks of iron golems on top of it, because that's a different world. And while that was funny, that's not necessarily the right way of dealing with a ocean monument. It was funny, but not valid. Whee. Right. And we bring the layers down. Down, 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 down. Where the heck is the layer that I need to be placing? There it is. Now comes that. No. Now comes that moment where Scotsman attempts to climb a tower. Well, no, I gotta do one side of this at a time. If I try and do two sides, it's being too clever. And apparently, I am not stable enough to be clever. I am not a stable squirrel when I am trying to be clever. I can't build and climb and build and climb and build and climb. Yeah. Why do I keep defaulting to that as a music base? Probably because it's a convenient tune that you can actually build quite a lot off of. Yeah. Trying to get into that rhythm of raise the layer, raise the squirrel, place the block. Raise the layer, raise the squirrel, place the block. Raise the layer, place the squirrel, raise the block. Place the squirrel, raise the layer, squirrel the block. Fnurble the building, mess up the sanity. Try to figure out what's going on. Raise the squirrel, place the fnurble. Raise the fnurbles. Squirrel the fnurbles. Squirrel the block. Raise the fnurbles. I still can't believe that yesterday is basically just proving the ongoing lore that seems to have been added into Guild Rush by accident this season. That the squirrel is invincible. I'm Invinci-Squirrel. Ow. As long as one of the squirrels is alive, they all are. Exactly. And a wild woobat has appeared. Praise the block, raise the road, plays the road, praise the road. And it's Pokemon. Hey, Sci-Fi! Oh, I'm not tempting fate. I am absolutely full-on embracing the comedy of when this all goes hideously wrong. Fate is not tempted. Fate is well and truly fed. Fate is not tempted. Fate is on the invite list. Fate is solidly booked. I also realised I didn't need to turn around and place those blocks because they're blocks, not stairs. Which makes this a bit faster. And Krish caught the Woobat. I gotta be careful with this. This is one of those repeated actions that can give you RSI if you're not careful. I need to figure out which key would be better for raise layer. There we are. And now we drop the squirrel off the building and find another section. Ow! Really? Half my hearts for landing. That's not fair. Right, well, that's recovering. Hotkeys. There. Was that a fall or a splat? It was a bad landing, that's for sure. Bad landing is a vertical fall. Okay. I will accept that definition. Oh, that's better. That's the thing. It was a horizontal collision. It was just a horizontal collision with a horizontal plane. The vectors were not perpendicular. The vector Victor was not Charlie Charlie. Or was not correct Charlie. You saw me going down and missing hearts. Oh my. Hey, black lad. How are you doing? This time I'm landing on the bed and not worrying about the creepers, because I don't think there are any. Yay! Would have been better if you'd missed the floor instead of the hearts. Well, yes. I don't have any netherrack on me. Just get yourself a boom arm when we're setting it up. Oh, nice. No, there's no point in being down here. I need to be up there. Yeah, I love the boom arm that I've got my microphone on. that block. Okay. Oh. Oh, no. I hate it when you miss the block placement the first time and you have to wait for it to go, oh, actually, you can't place that for a second. And then it's got that sort of, oh, well, since you placed it wrong, you're going to have to wait a second, and it's a punishment pause. It's like, you can't place a block correctly. You're going to have to be punished. You have to wait to be allowed to try again. Time penalty. Exactly. We're not trusting you to place that block. You must take a time penalty. You cannot try and find the crystal. If you want to get the person out, you'll have to pay a crystal to get them back. Wait, why have I gone all crystal maze? Are we actually getting somewhere? We might actually be. Good grief. We might actually be getting somewhere. Alright, I need stairs. My arch nemesis, stairs. When the 2 minutes, the engineer did say, "You've told me this is the wrong environment so many times. I'm so sorry." Yay! Validation. Validation. It's what you need. If your engineers are Pratt and they don't know where they're at, oh, it's validation that they need. Heil Hydrate. This is where I find that Sydney's in the office, the engineer stood next to them, and that's just been broadcast into the office in such a way that the engineer is now going, who is this person and how do I kill them? And a stretch to go with it. Your nearest office is London. Thankfully, that's a good couple of hours away. So, no risk. Yay! I should continue to fnerble. And Blackcloud is taking notes. What do you mean I can't place... Oh, those are mossy stone brick stairs in my inventory. I picked up the wrong stairs. It's the wrong stairs, Gromit. Scotsman karaoke makes the wheels go round, wheels go round, wheels go round. We're on the bus to Crazy Town, and Scotsman's been a fnerbling. Okay, webinar time. They finally turned off the 90s rap. Oh, no, I needed that block there. 90s rap. So this is a story all about how I'm a squirrel trying to build a tower. They keep on distracting me with the Gordons, and I don't know how to be building. I'm not convinced today is real, or any of these days, really. Is this the real day, or is this fantasy? Caught in a fnerbling, no escape from reality. Trust in the squirrel, and wonder just why we're here. He's just a mad squirrel, he doesn't know quite why. He's singing everything as we wonder just how. He's fnerbling, he will not understand. He's fnerbling, we will not understand. Let him fnerble, oh let him fnerble, let him fnerble, now I'll let him fnerble, oh let him fnerble, oh let him fnerble as he builds, oh let him fnerble. No, 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 that block's wrong. Anyone mentioned that we need a Scott Sings emote? No, that's a new one. Squirrel karaoke. Available now from nowhere with any common sense. I regret to inform you that there will not be any emote request added to the combination at this time. Squirrel, microphone, and a song note. Look. Look. I can't even place blocks right now. Yeah, that'd be... I keep trying to use the other layer increment command. And I changed it. Oh, I don't have one of those. Oh, that doesn't help. Boing. Boing. And we have a Starly in chat. But that is a Starly. For those who may be interested in having a Starly. You know, I think we might have actually just managed to build the second half of this, or the second side of this tower. Configuration layer, hotkeys, reset that, render layers, all. Let's see if there's any obviously missing layers or blocks or... Those are obviously wrong, those are obviously wrong, but that's because they're the wrong type of block and I don't care. Yeah, the wrong block, I don't care, I don't want to have to worry about you there. We chop down trees, we wonder things and wonder what the heck it takes to get to sleep. Now, let me sleep. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Oh, wow. Okay, that has suddenly made a massive difference to the way this looks. Sleep is for the weak. No, no, no. Sleep is for a weak. Blackclad. That is massive by way of progress. I need to work out what's going to go between these two uprights on each side. Because I feel like something needs to go there. Obsidian. Ooh, Blackclad, you brutal, brutal person. Obsidian doesn't have stairs, so no. Blackstone, on the other hand, might look really cool there. Or we could bring in We could bring in the shot of colour with the brick and link it back with brick. We'll have stairs soon, TM. Please look forward to autumn. Yeah. Blackstone and obsidian. I'm not sure those two go together very well. I'm wondering if it's worth bringing in the shot of colour of the brick. Because then that'll tie it back to the industrial feel of this building. And I think tying it back to that feel is probably a good idea. That's going to be an absolute metric ton of brick, though. God in heaven. That's not just you need brick. That's you need brick. Oh no, not brick. Not. Wow, that's going to be a ridiculous amount of it. The problem is, now that I've said it, I think it's the right thing. It'll probably be brick and granite, which will be even worse. How am I doing for brick and granite? Because I know I've actually had a... we've got some granite. Oh! Well then. I've got way more granite than I've got brick, but I've got a decent amount of both at the moment. Right. These can go away in here for the moment. Scotsman opens the chests and thinks, oh, right. Vertical strips of brick and stone. Ooh. Maybe a single strip of brick up the middle, perhaps. Sorry, stone up the middle. Or we try to go with the style of the vertical tower section. And we bring in the stone and the... Oh no, that's shadow. And we don't have shadow on this because... I'll say... No, we don't. Because this is all the other way up. So we could bring in the stone like we have on this. Or we could go with this side and go with the copper. Oh, that's a metric pain of copper. That's a metric pain of copper. But it would look good. Oh. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Shush, you two. Interestingly, I've actually got a almost reasonable amount of... Could be an imperial pane of copper. Doom, 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 doom. You're going to feel very doomed trying to build all of this with the copper you need, and all of the copper you need, and all of the copper. Stripes may make it look taller, like that's needed. But what about leopard print? I think leopard print would look weird. Why do I make it go in? Alright. I don't suppose I have wax, however. I still have a slight issue with a complete lack of wax in my life. I may have to build another bee farm. Vertical stripes are slimming, horizontal adds volume. I think vertical stripe... So, I'm looking at that, or at least the other side of that, and thinking a strip of solid copper on each side, and then 3 blocks of the copper grate up the middle. So it goes copper, copper grate, copper grate, copper grate, copper. I think that would look really awesome. I think that would look really painful by way of amount of materials. That'll look great. Thank you, Elkhorn, for the pun of the hour. I really need to find a decent supply of wax. Don't suppose you two know any wax suppliers? Any? Any? No, not in this world. Could I wonder. Hold on. What if... Actually, is it... no, I don't have any. Okay. It's worth a look. Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna de-age some of my copper. Whoops. Fine. You sit there and think about what you've just done. What if this is going to be one of those what if moments? Landstrad, welcome in. I can't even climb scaffolding right now. So, he says, what if it was that, 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 well, helps if I bring enough to actually do a decent look at it. Or do I need some of the granite in this as well? I love the way that I'm building a test piece middle of the dang height. Middle of the dang height. Yeah, that works. There's some words in there. And there's a squirrel falling off the scaffolding. Oh well, while I'm down here, I'll take a quick nap. Let's try that again without falling off the scaffolding. So if we do... Ignore the fact that I've just fallen off. How does that look? Ooh. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That might actually be a good mix of materials. It is. And what I could do... Oh, hold on, I've got them in my inventory still. Is... Oh, I don't have any wax right now, so So all of this is going to end up fnerbled as a result of a lack of wax. What I can do, and I know I'm on the cam account, but don't worry, I'm going to bring some materials in and show you something by bringing them in. So we can mix it up a little by occasionally going to the copper here. And do a bit of more like this. Bring in some granite. What we could also do is do the occasional bit where it's more granite. And the occasional completely misplaced block of copper. Okay, I don't like the copper, the granite intruding on the copper. That looks wrong. Everything else I'm happy with. So we could... There! And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who may be interested in it while I manage to throw myself off the building. Question is, how far down do we go with this? And the answer is probably all the way. It's there. Then we run out of copper again. I really wish there was an easier way to take the age off of the copper. Just means you have to do that for a second. Because you can wax it in your inventory, but you can't unwax it in your inventory. Like, wax in your inventory would be so good. It would. It really would. Right, let's do you. Actually, I'm going to take you over to that edge. Able to go down in the stonecutter. Yeah, that would work too. I'd accept that as well. Oh. I think we have a design. Oh, that feels nice. And what may happen is all of this copper on the outside edge, I think I'd bring down to this sort of level. So all the copper that's currently in this is not waxed because I don't have enough wax, and therefore it's all aged. When I think one of the things that I want to do is de-age it a bit. And I want to go with... So some of this, even... And I'm going to do this just because I can. Whoop. Excuse me while I fall off the scaffolding again. Some of this we might even do... that too. And just have it a little bit more... Ooh, that's nice. Yeah. I think that might work quite nicely. And we can consider... So one of the things that we've got that we can work with... Bit of regular... Well, the other thing I'm thinking is we could bring in some of the greebling. A few copper bar... I mean, a lot of this greebling needs to be waxed as well. Some copper bars and some copper chains going up it a bit. Do I have any bars and chains? Yes. Not many, but some. So if we brought in... a little bit of greebling. Just a little, you know, bit here, perhaps, and a couple of bits there, and maybe a bit here that's got a lightning rod on top of it. And like so. Oh, I think that works. We could maybe do that. Not you. Where's that chain? That's not chain. Like that. Just greeble a little bit into it. Just, oh, that does it. That does it. A little bit of greebling. It doesn't show up a lot, but it adds just that little bit. And if we let that be some of the oxidization on it to be a bit more sort of irregular. That, I think, works so nicely. And what we could do is maybe swap out a couple of the blocks, maybe here and here, every so often, with copper bulbs. Maybe. The copper bulbs might be too much. It does need lighting, because there's a lot of spawnable blocks on that. But actually, that could be done with redstone torches, because redstone torches give off light. If I remember rightly. Although, copper lanterns. Oh, wrong way. Copper lanterns could be a good... I mean, obviously these would need to be taken off a little bit. Just like that. And take that back to there. And another one, say, here. And another one just sat there, perhaps. Ooh, that gives a nice little bit of interest. And no. Yeah. That solves the lighting levels. That might do something very interesting with how this looks at night. Or at least in shaders. So let's have a quick brief look. That doesn't make much of a difference. That looks cool. That looks really cool. Oh, boy, does that look really cool. Okay. So, I think we need to put... now. Yeah, Blackstone arch across the front. Just across here. A Blackstone arch. Or not a Blackstone, a deep slate. Just to act as that last little bit of... Come on. You go in there. You go in there. Deep slate, deep slate. Yes. 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 Just to go with this upright. No. Not quite right. It's not quite right. It's nearly there. No, it's not quite. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Maybe it should just be half slabs. That works. I'm not sure about it. It feels wrong. It feels like it needs that. Maybe it needs to be polished. I think it might be better in polished. I think that's the... It's the right idea. It's the wrong shade. Welcome back, Raven. I think we're close. I think we're very close. Yeah. Now the question is, do I do it here? Or here? Ooh, actually. Maybe. That's not bad. I quite like that. It feels like it's missing something. I think those are wrong. Let's take those out. That's better. What's it missing? Other than the ability for me to walk up it properly. Oh, we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be after it. A light in the doorway. I've got an idea. And I think the light in the doorway is the right direction. Hey, Little Red. Do I didn't bring anything. I've got a couple of ideas. I think part of it might be... Let's do that. And then... Ah! That's not what I wanted. Take out those two. And make those two straight. Ow! Not that way. That might be it. That said, I think it needs something bigger. It's not it. That's not the right light. That's the wrong light. I wonder if... Do I have any? No. would look right. I know what little... I got a hunch as to what would look right. Now bear with me on this one. Question is, annoyingly, I think a redstone lamp would look perfect. Oh, that's right. And the wrong... Ooh. 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 A copper bulb might look right. I think the copper bulb would look... It is possibly... You see, my thought on the copper bulb is it's going to blend in. Although not if we keep it at that level. That might work. I think that's possibly it. Oh, wow. Hold on. I've just worked out that there is one element of all of this that really makes one heck of a difference. Walking out through here. Oh, wow. That. Yeah, that's the right feel. What, you mean like this track? Convenient track is convenient. Take that all the way up. Now the question becomes, what do we do on the interior and what do we do on the back? Aim is missed. I did not prepare that. Convenient part of convenient track. It really is. Fog. Oh, Blackclad, you trying to make my life worse. I think what I need to do is work out the central pillar. So there's going to be a central section that you can walk around here. And then there's going to be the pillar. And I think the pillar is going to be a mix of glass and crystal. Yeah, you might be right there, Shadow. I think I might need to... This section on both sides, I need to clad with... I need to fill in this entire set, this block, all the way through with tuff, just to give it that shadow. I think that shadow is going to be needed. going to be a brutal amount of tough. But I think if I do tough brick, and one of tough. I think the tough will give it the shadow that's needed up the inside. Those need to go. And be replaced with that. And possibly we bring in the tough itself around the center. Just a little bit. Some of this in and then see what it looks like before we commit to the whole thing. Oof. That took nearly a... That's already taken a full stack of blocks. That's a amount of material. Oops. I think it might need some elements of this, just in the lower levels. So. Yes, that's necessary to help break it up a little. And maybe all of the actual tough should be none of the tough should be tough blocks. All of the tough should be tough walls. Just to sort of be a bit where it's gotten worn down and aged, and you think the pillar needs to be bigger. What pillar? Oh, do you mean the central pillar? That thing. That thing's not going to be like that. That's going to be way bigger. That's going to be about 4 or 5 blocks wide. In fact, that's probably going to be 6 or 7 blocks wide. Oh, yes, that's right. That's better. Yeah, that's just a placeholder so that I've got somewhere to put my to get up and down. That's going to be probably so allowing for the fact that actually that line is a placeholder. That line is a placeholder for how wide it's going to be. So it's going to be what, half a dozen blocks? Maybe a dozen in width. That central pillar is going to be, yeah, that in radius. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be about a 10 block wide pillar. I need to eat. But it's all going to be glass and probably glass and copper and stuff. Make it look almost like a warp core from the Enterprise or something. That's why there's always been this this ring concept. So that ring is the outer limits of the central pillar. So how wide is that anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. It's at an 11 block wide pillar, and it's not gonna. It's gonna go all the way up to here. This is the upper ring, so there's going to be a little bit more of it. It's going to go all the way up to here at least. Not an aetheryte if I'm doing it. I mean, it might be an aetheryte, but it's going to be a fnerblingly tall, thin one. Unless it's a series of them. So we could have retaining rings, almost like magnetic collars at sort of points, and we have a whole series of crystals up the center. I don't know. Wait, what? Really? Fnurbles. I actually got to play some blocks this week. I got to play some blocks this week. And we have a weekly for stats. This is starting to look really cool, though. Okay, let's have a look at it in Pretty's mode. Let's get myself... I don't know, where am I going to go that's nice and sensible and safe? Hey, Fnebbles. I know where I should be safe. Let's go and visit the axolotl breeding chambers. Hello. Hi. Are you okay? The axolotl breeding pods. Right. However, while I sit my my main account in there, let's have a look at this. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's nice. That is the feel. That's the feel I had in mind when I started thinking about this. This is what I had in mind when I started plotting this, and it has finally started to actually exist. Take that copper and brick all the way up the middle, which is going to be bonkers, and multiply this 4 times, and I think that is going to look quite something. And then we're going... And the other thing is, by having it shaped like this, it's always going to have a gap and be visible to see this central column. So there's always going to be this gap into which you can see the central column, which was the idea. Which is why the central column is going to have to be quite stand out. It's going to have to stand out quite a lot, which is why I'm thinking possibly the crystals and the copper. But we'll see. I might have a think about that one. But oh wow. Hold on. These two buildings together. Yeah. It feels like it's a part of it. It feels like it is a continuation. And take that copper and brick all the way up the middle, and it's going to make it feel like it's part of it. We've got consistency, guys. We've managed something that actually looks consistent. That in its own right is a miracle, given that this has been an absolute mess of months in between any element of this. Oh, hello, Moody's mode. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh my. That view. If you were walking in and you were coming in to walk in to actually be lifted up to that airship. What a setting for amazing stories. I love the fact that I'm telling stories without actually telling stories, Kay. This whole thing is very much... I don't tell stories. I live a world to tell them. Oh, that's gonna... Yeah, once we've got this, there is going to have to be a short clip where you come along here and you just look up at that. Oh, and with the other half of the tower up in the sky. Environmental storytelling. Yes, exactly. I don't want to tell the story. I want the story to be found. I think I built one Blackclad. About the only thing I haven't done is taken this up to build height. And that's just because I didn't want to. Miakula, welcome in. Dang. This thing in Moody's mode is just bonkers. Yet. I don't think this particular area of the world will ever hit build height. This particular area of the world. I will say, Himmelsby starts at world height and is working downwards. Oh, goodness. Right. We never saw a bad moon today. Oh well. We'll have to try and get back to here for bad moon at a later date. Thank you. to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely lovely having you all here, and fantastic to actually make progress and place blocks this week. Oh my god, I got to place blocks! Sorry. Today on Scotsman Overreacts. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, when the goal will be to do things in Guild Rush. Because it is Thursday tomorrow. Yes. So we will be back on Guild Rush tomorrow and probably attempting to do things and stuff and bits around the silliness. Let's see. Looks like Genfire is live on the Guild Rush server. They are, but they're not on the Guild Rush server. And Genfire is currently playing with goats. The chaos and the hilarious deaths, exactly. Because, of course, that whole section about do the section about alas poor Yorick seems to be causing a lot of great fun. Thank you for the raid message being put up there, Feg. Right, as I say, I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. You are all, as always, absolutely amazing. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.